Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nova XP, and today I'm going to be bringing you a deck list with the goodest boy in all of PTCGO, and that is Boltund VMAX from the Fusion Strike sets. Now, I know what you're thinking. Boltund VMAX, doesn't that just have the same move that the Boltund V has, but just a little bit stronger? You're right, yes, it does, which means there's no reason to play a 3-prizer VMAX that a 2-prizer V could just do. Well, I'll show you the deck list and show you some scenarios where the Boltund VMAX is actually a little bit better than the Boltund V, and some spicy tech cards that I put in to make the deck list work. Let's hop into it. Alright, so I'll show you what Boltund V does. So Boltund V has the move Electrify, which is a great move, especially if you're starting off first, because if you have 1 lightning energy, you can search your deck for 2 lightning energies and attach them to your bench in any way that you like. So it's really useful to power up other Boltunds on the bench so that you can go ahead with a turn 2 attack. Now, what attack will we be using? Well, we will be using Bolt Storm. Bolt Storm for lightning and a colorless, you can do 30 damage for each lightning energy attached to all of your Pokemon plus 10 more. So can ramp up pretty quickly, especially with the Electrify attack. So Bolt Storm is a great attack. Why would I use Boltund VMAX if I had just had Boltund V? I'll show you what Boltund VMAX does. So Boltund VMAX still has the Bolt Storm, still does 30 for each lightning on the bench, but it does 30 more, so it is just a little bit more damage. It's okay. It's the reason why we use the Boltund VMAX and not just play a heavy Boltund V is because we are, first of all, an evolution Pokemon, which I'll show you why that's important in a second, but we also have 320 HP, so opponents aren't taking heavy knockouts on us really quickly. If you notice, Boltund V only has 200 HP, so it is quite easy for decks to KO the Boltund V. That's why in some cases we do play the Boltund V Max. It allows us to stay in the active just a little bit longer, not waste our energy, and we can also use Max Bolt for 2 lightning and a colorless. You can also do Max Bolt, do more damage. Next turn you can't use the attack, but by then you're probably already setting up for another attacker or just trying to set up more with Bolt Storm, more damage with Bolt Storm. I do play the Boltund V from the Fusion Strike set. I know it's not very useful compared to the Boltund V that I just showed you, but just look at it. It's so cute. You can't say no to putting it in the deck. So I put it in there. I don't ever use it, so if you're trying to play this deck list, don't use the Boltund V unless you really want to. Let's just go over what it does. For 1 lightning, you're using Smash Turn, which does 30, and then you can switch with one of your benches. If you do Electro Bullet, you have 2 lightning and 1 colorless, you do 120 plus 30 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Now, the rest of the deck is pretty standard in terms of a typical Boltund V deck. We do play the heavy Fluffy line because it allows us to attach energy from the discard onto our bench. That's pretty standard. There are 2 cards, though, that are a bit of a tech card, a spicy tech that I added to kind of see if the deck works, and I'm really glad that I put them in. The one is Galvantula. Galvantula is really great because it's a stage 1, right? Easy to get onto the board. For 2 energies, 1 lightning, 1 colorless, you have Shocking Pursuit, so it does 20 damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active, which is amazing because the problem that Boltund VMAX has is that even with Max Bolt, it's not doing enough to KO VMAXs. It's doing enough to potentially KO a few good Vs. The Bolt Storm is not doing enough to KO VMAXs. Max Bolt is also not doing enough to KO VMAXs, so this is why we have Shocking Pursuit. It also has 90 HP, so can be pulled out by Level Ball, Evo Incense. We have a lot of outs to it, so it's not hard to find. Now, the other tech card that I play is Cheryl. Now, Cheryl is really great because Boltund VMAX is a evolution Pokemon. It has 320 HP, so it makes it a little bit more tankier. So it allows it to sit in the active spot. You can accumulate more energy onto your bench. That way, Bolt Storm's doing more damage. And we're not even worried about discarding all of our energy because we have Flaffy, and Flaffy can put that energy onto other Boltunds, and then you can just switch and then do still the same amount of damage and get rid of all the damage on your side of the field, which is really great. I put an Avery just because I wanted some disruptions to like opponents that are playing the Sobble engine it never really worked. So this supporter could be replaced with anything. I still think it could work. It is a really useful card. Maybe with some more matches, some more testing, this could be a viable option to put more of. We play 2 speed energies. We only play 2 of instead of 4 of. Speed energy is a really good card. It allows us to draw 2 every time we attach, but it does not have synergy with Flaffy, so you can't take it from your discard pile and put it onto one of your bench. So that's why we only play the 2 of. We play 11 lightning energies. The reason why we play 11 is because it allows us to take knockouts on VMAXs if we have the perfect setup, right? If you have all 11 energies on board, not including the speed energies. Speed energies do count, but just with pure lightning energies, you're doing 30 times each, so you're doing 330 plus an extra 30 with the Bolt Storm, that's 360. So you could potentially get knockouts on VMAXs in one attack. And that is it for the deck list. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of it. Let us hop on to the ladder, try this deck list out, and see if we can get any wins with Boltund VMAX. Alrighty. So looks like this is IceRider based off of the box, but we'll kind of see. Could be IceRider. I haven't seen an IceRider in a while, but IceRider, I'm trying to think. IceRider could be pretty devastating for us. We'll kind of see how the matchup goes in this match here. No, we're playing a Glaceon V. How do we get past Glaceon V? Ooh. Did we just Galvantula? No, it is IceRider with a Glaceon V tech. So we'll kind of see how this plays out. Not entirely sure. They don't get an attachment for turn, which is interesting. So what we can do is we can... We'll put the Joltik down, we'll put the Mareep down, and then we'll just go Electrify. That's what I was thinking. Electrify is the attack. Do I want to Avery? I do need to see more cards, but I want them to bench more. If I think I'll quick ball away the Evo Incense, grab another Boltund, and then so that way when I Electrify, I have a target to kind of attach things to, because we want to have stuff on our Boltunds. Okay, so next turn I might have to Avery. I want them to bench more for it to be, you know, a little bit more effective, but oh, they're gonna Avery us. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so they need attachment and Melanie, but they can't Melanie because they just use Avery. So they can't attack this turn. What we can do now is we'll do Avery of our own. Actually, that was a misplay. I should have probably done the quick ball. Or not the quick ball, the level ball. But we got good things anyway. What I'll do is I'll level ball for the Flaffy. We have energy and discard? We do not. So it's not too crazy here. I'm going to go Evo Incense for... I don't think I need a Galvantula. I keep saying it wrong. Galvantula. I don't need it just yet. Now, I can attach energy here. What else can I do? That's pretty much it. I'll save that just for next turn, just in case if I need to take a return knockout. But then we'll just go with Bolt Storm and do some decent damage here. That way, if they do go into Glaceon VMAX, and I think I can't do any damage to it. I haven't gone against the Glaceon VMAX deck yet, but if I'm prevented to do damage, I could actually just retreat, go into the Joltik instead, and do damage that way, because Joltik can triple the damage counters. So we'll see if that's the play that we need to go with. No, but they are attaching to the bench. They are using a research, so they're pretty much a dead draw. Oh my gosh, 3 bosses, a Marnie, a Flannery. Yeah, my opponent was dead drawing for sure. Or not even dead drawing, they had all... Wait, they had Marnies. Why didn't they use just Marnie? I don't know. But it looks like we're also in a similar boat. We don't need the Evo Incense just yet. So let's just Zinnia's Resolve. Get rid of the Zinnias, grab some cards. We get the Galvantula off the top deck, anti-way. So all we need to do is just... yeah, Yeah, because IceRider Calyrex VMAX discard 2 energies and there's just 120 more for each. So they can do 240, but that's still not enough to take a knockout. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with speed energy onto the active, grab some more cards. I'll put the Galvantula down, and then I think we just go and do Bolt Storm. Take our 2 prizes there. Now this IceRider is a little intimidating, but it is not impossible, right? It's going to do a lot of damage, but we do have a Boltund set up in the back. We have Galvantula to be able to do some, to ramp up our damage if we don't get the KO with our Boltunds. All right, so they finally get Glaceon, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's VMAX except Glaceon VMAX. So we can still technically attack with Boltund. So we might want to save this Boltund V as a V and not a VMAX. Okay, so they are going to do Max Lance, or do they do for each of your opponent's bench 30 more? 90, 100, that's only doing 100. What are they going to do here? They are going to do Ride of the High Kings, only doing 100. Now, we don't have weakness here, but what we can do, I'll put the other V down. I want to start getting a lot of energy. Well, actually, it's going to be a lot of energy for us to try and take the knockout here. So it might actually be better for us to do the Bolt Storm here. That way Galvantula can take the knockout next turn. So let's actually power up Galvantula. Put the research to get those energies into the discard pile. We can grab Stormy. We'll put the Mareep down. Actually, wait a minute. We may not have to sacrifice this Boltund. We could Air Balloon Retreat, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that seems like a better play, because then we save the 3 prize and force them to try and take 2 prizes. So what we'll do is we'll retreat, go into this, Flaffy, get 1 energy on the Galvantula. That way, if I'm doing Bolt Storm, I'm still doing a lot of damage. We're doing 220. Galvantula can actually take the knockout next turn, and we don't lose 3 prizes if they try to take out this Boltund VMAX. We're only losing 2 prizes, which makes their prize map a little bit harder for them. Right? They're still going to have to take out 3 Pokemon as opposed to 2. And then this way, if they KO this one, I can send out Galvantula, power up the next Boltund V so that I can take care of that Glaceon. So they are just going to do Ride of the High Kings. No, Max Lance. They are going to do Max Lance, take out this Boltund, but then now we can take the knockout with Galvantula and take 3 prizes there. So let's do that. We're going to do that. Ooh, and you know what? Ooh, should I? I'm going to wait. I want to do the Cheryl play, but not yet. Not yet. We might be able to do the Cheryl play at some point if my opponent can get more stuff onto their field. Okay, I think we'll keep everything as is and then just go for Shocking Pursuit, 440 damage. Yes, and we are taking 3 prizes off of just a 2 energy attack from a single prizer. So really, really nice. Okay, Marnie is looking great because they have a lot of cards in hand, but they're actually not doing a lot. So my opponent is kind of dead drawing. They're going to do Melanie. Okay, so they can't attack, so my Galvantula is going to get knocked out here. But that is okay, because we can potentially do Bolt Storm next turn and get a pretty hefty knockout there. Or maybe we won't knock out. We definitely won't knock out this Glaceon. It has 340, and they are going to ping my Boltund, so that's not good. Put this down. I am going to Level Ball for the second Flaffy. That seems fine. What we'll do here We'll grab this. Ooh, is this where the Cheryl play comes in? So they have 340. They're gonna do. Actually, you know what? If they don't do any more damage to me, they do 150. They're not gonna take the knockout anyway. So what we can do is next turn we can try and Cheryl. Let's see. Do we have any more Boltons? We have 1, 2, 3, fourth one. Let's see if we have a Bolton in deck. We're not going to use the VMAX. We don't. I'll grab the Mareep just in case. Probably. Do I want to bench the Mareep? Yeah, I'll bench the Mareep. We'll do energy to the other Bolton, just in case if we need to attack with the what is it? What is the attack? Electro Bullet. Just in case we do need to attack with the Electro Bullet. I don't want to Marnie this hand, actually. I think I'm okay with keeping it as is. And then we'll just go with Bolt Storm. So we're doing 220, right? Now, unless they also have Cheryl, which they might play Cheryl, we could potentially take the knockout with this Electro Bullet. And if they don't take the knockout on us, we can evolve Cheryl, get the energy back with our Flaffies, and then just go with the Electro Bullet there, or just go with Bolt Storm. Nope, they are just going to Max Icicle, and they are not going to take the knockout, so we are going to get this Cheryl play here. So, and they're just going to scoop before we can do it. But yep, that was awesome. Let's see what we are coming up against today. We always go with Tails, and we lose. Alrighty. Let's see what kind of deck we're up against. Now, we have Bolton, we have Mareep. This is a pretty great hand, actually. We have the Flaffy for next turn. We have Story Mountains to get more onto the bench. And it looks like we're playing against Gengar V, so we have to be a little bit cautious before we bench all of our Vs, because they could do Fear and Panic and take pretty easy KOs there. But they are probably going to take one-hit knockouts on our VMAXs anyway. So let's just kind of see how we set up. Okay, so they have a Houndour. Fine. Okay, we have Stormy. Grab this. Grab another Bolton. Do I want to research this hand? What else do I want to set up? I have attachment. I really want to just research the hand when I can actually do more, right? Because I can't do an attack, so I guess I'll just do Electrify, get those two energies onto the Bolton V, and then just prep for next turn. So they can go into the VMAX, they can accelerate energy, get attack with Fear and Panic, but that's only going to be doing them 160, potentially getting the knockout if they can get two single strike energies. But no, looks like they're powering up the Umbreon V instead. So Umbreon V, if this Pokemon is down, so it can do 160 as well. But now it's doing 180. Oh wait, now it's an Umbreon VMAX. So now they're just going to do Dark Signal, take out the Mareep. But that's all they're going to do. Okay. So now what we will do is we will actually go into this. Do we want to boss? They have no cards in hand, so I think boss is... Well, no, we could probably wait this out. What we'll do is we'll actually go into this, grab a Flaffy. Why not? May not have been the best play, but that's okay. Grab the Flaffy. We'll research the hand away. See what we get here. So much energy, but no retreating. We could attach to the Bolton V. Any switching? No, we do not get a switch. So what we'll do is we'll grab our last Mareep, put that down, and call it there. Now I don't want to Marnie, but my opponent can get the knockout here if they do single strike roar, because then they're going to attach here, take the knockout, and then we're just pretty much set to go in with a retaliation. and we have all of this energy we can attach to next turn because we have the Flaffy to put one onto our bench. But at the moment, my opponent is only doing how much? 1, 2, that's 40. They're doing 200 damage. I definitely don't want to Marnie them. And I definitely don't want them to have this stadium because then they could potentially draw into some more outs. So what we'll do is we'll actually go into the, do we have the Galvantula? Yeah, we'll go into the Joltik, put that down just so that they can see that we have it. We'll go Evo and Sense for another VMAX. Just because I'm scared that if they do Dark Signal another Pokemon, right, they can potentially take the knockouts easily on the Vs. So I do want to do, I do want to evolve into those just in case. So we don't have any more Mareeps left, so I think I'll just grab the Galvantula anyway. It's fine at the moment. What I'll do is I'll attach the back. Now here what I'm doing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 150, 180, so it's better to just do the max bolt here. That way next turn, if I need to, I could attach to the Joltik. But actually that's not true because we don't have any energies in the discard, so we can't put anything there. Looks like they're now going to power up the Gengar VMAX. They're going to get the other VMAX. But if they don't have a supporter in hand or a Tower of Darkness, then they are still stuck, which could be the case. No, they are just going to hit for 200, which is going to put us in a weird spot. But I'm actually fine with this because what I'll do is I'll do Speed Energy here, grab 2 cards. Ooh, this could be nice. So what I'll actually do is I'll retreat here, go into this, get rid of 2 energies, go into this, I'll Galvantula, and then I could Cheryl. I could just Cheryl here, get rid of all of that, and then just go Dynamotor, put the energy on the Galvantula, that way we can get a knockout at some point. We'll go Stormy Mountains. I don't want to do anything just yet. I'll just shuffle the deck. I think now we just go with Bolt Storm. Take the knockout on the Umbreon VMAX. So now they can get, not Fear and Panic, G-Max Swallow up next turn if they have an attachment in hand. But if they don't have attachment in hand, and we do get another Mareep, that's really good. If they don't get another attachment in hand, they can't do the G-Max Swallow Up. But they do have Urn, so they can attach energy from the deck with the Houndoom. Let's see what they can do here. They have 2 energies, it's 40, so they're only doing 290. That's not enough. But they are just going to go with the Fear and Panic for the 160. Okay, so now what we can do is we can go... We'll go Zinnia. Is that the play? Yeah, that's the play. We'll go Zinnia, discard the 2 energies. Yeah. I'll attach here. I'll attach an energy to the Galvantula. And then I'll put another Mareep down. That way we can get that one next turn. I'll hold the hand. I really don't need to do anything. I'm going to max Bolt here because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 180. Yeah, we'll still do more with max Bolt here. But next turn I can actually get the KO again with Galvantula, or if they somehow boss it, we can KO with Boltund VMAX or any other options, because we do still have 2 energies in the discard. We can get another Flaffy out, so we can accelerate energy, do what we need. We could draw, hopefully draw into some air balloons or switches if we need it, if they do play the boss play. But nope, they are just going to take the knockout on the VMAX, so we can now go in with Galvantula and just take our last 3 prizes there. So we'll go in here. And that seems to be the game. Yep. And we will do for 540, taking the knockout with Galvantula and taking our last 3 prizes. So that is going to be it for the video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this Boltund VMAX deck list and of the spicy tech card Galvantula. Now, there are some other great lightning partners that you can put in this lightning box. You can put Regieleki, you can put Zapdos. Those are all really great one prizers that you can also replace with Galvantula. But I don't know, I like the Galvantula. It took the knockouts when I needed the knockouts, and all I ever need are Pokemon that can knock out other Pokemon. So that is going to be it. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It will help out the channel immensely. If you want to stay tuned, we're going to be dropping a video next week, so ring that bell for notifications. That is going to be it from Nova XP, and I will catch you guys later. Standard in terms of a Boltund deck. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh.